Well, what really runs up the cost on the implants is that they have to do the bone implant. That's what we're waiting on now. They've already done the cadaver bone.
Is that the bone that, is that the implant that went bad?
Did what?
Is that the implant that went bad?
No, it needed.
No, it broke off.
So are they redoing it? Are they redoing it?
Mm-hmm.
Are they charging you again? Good.
Those are expensive.
Yes, implants are. I got to have mine done.
Where did you get your brush holder? That's nice.
Oh, these?
Oh, you got two. Okay.
Over there, that.
Michael's? Oh, Texas?
Yeah,
Babe Ruth.
baby.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, tone them down a little bit. Okay. No, I don't see that. That kind of blazing me out there, Miss Rheda. That was funny. I gotta come back and darken all this thing here. And then come back with a light, so.
Deborah, be careful.
So.
I'll put that on YouTube for you then.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's too close. It won't show.
No, you just what?
Nothing, I was just trying to be honest with you, nothing.
No offense, Ricky. It blows off of me. What is that steel box for?
That's not a steel box, I don't think. I think it's a stand. And it's not steel. It just looks like it,
Aluminum
doesn't
or
it?
something on it?
I don't think so. I think it's a covering, a paint or a... You should check and
I'm
see.
glad
I
that
think
I'll check
it's
it
just
out.
paint.
Yeah. I got my curiosity up.
Yeah.
So you've been going back to Louisiana to see,
Yeah,
So
I
see-
have to go Friday.
yeah. How'd she do during Thanksgiving?
I don't know if she knew it was Thanksgiving,
Oh,
but Jackie's girls went there and they all ate at her house.
mm-hmm.
Jackie's real sweet. She's doing good with her.
Good. That's a hard job to do.
Yeah, it is. I took care of Mother the last 7 years of her life.
It's real
Well,
hard.
Months. I know the job. But I also know that you don't get somebody to go ahead and will things directly and turn over the deed and everything, and then decide to put it, when the deal was made to not put her in a rest home,
Right.
and decide to do it immediately. Not if you got nieces and grandnephews around that are loudmouths.
Right.
Well, I thought that situation turned out really good,
Yeah,
and I thought that Wilma's prayer was really effective.
well,
But whatever.
maybe, but Icy and I were praying too.
What happened now?
Icy and I were praying too that
Oh,
very.
no, I accept that. I mean, I know that everybody was praying, and so I'm not saying that didn't take part of it, but something, whatever it was, there was a change that took place almost overnight.
I told Icy, I said, Icy, I've fought and done all I can, but I lost. I said, you're going into a rest home.
Oh.
And so I was crying, and she and I were praying. And after a while, I looked up, and the doctor was standing there with his hands like this, waiting for us to get through praying.
Oh.
Okay, see y'all.
Bye, Miss Rose. It's good to
Bye-bye,
see you.
Rose.
Take care of yourself. You been painting at home, Miss Rheda?
No, but yeah, acrylics. But Christmas
Acrylics?
stuff
Oh,
I've been
okay.
painting.
Yeah.
But I looked at James' portrait, and I told Rick last night. Rick sat in there with me so I would sit there and paint. And
That was sweet of you.
anyway, I told him, I said, when I get through with these Christmas gifts, I'm going to paint on James's picture, God's
Yeah.
willing.
And Jean's doing okay, Verna?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Who's doing okay?
Jean.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just got back from another tour.
2 of them, huh?
2 of them.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. Within about 2 or 3 weeks, they went on.
And I got to keep Gracie.
Her dog?
Took the
Her dog.
grandkids with them. Didn't it? Took 2 of the grandkids, or how many?
Where'd they go this time?
Same old place, Cozumel and all that bunch down
Yeah.
there.
Oh, they went on the,
Tour boat.
yeah.
They love it. Bruce loves it, doesn't he?
Yeah. You know, the funny thing about that, he is not very, when he's on one of those cruises like that, he's not very caustic. Just as easy to get along with as he please.
Really?
he gets his feet back on land, he's a holy hellcat.
Weird.
Figure that out.
Was he a Navy man?
Huh?
Was he in the Navy?
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
Shoot,
that's
he
why.
was in a,
He retired from the Navy.
That's what I thought she said. Maybe that's who he is, and when he gets on land,
he was
don't-
submarine.
Yeah. Well,
He's glad to be up where he can see around him. All right, I got to get some of this junk up here done.
okay.
I got this out to try it. Do.
What'd you do?
I'm watching it again.
Now Deb, it's possible to set that camera where it where it looks between, like if you want to sit over here in front of this table on the side, for example, it's possible to set that camera up where it looks over Mom's shoulder between y'all, whatever's better for you to watch.
Watcher?
Yeah.
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 Okay.
You decide what you'd like and let him fix it.
I'll sit here right now so I can see it up close. I got new glasses and I'm still trying to get used to them. Everything's changing on me. The computers, man, come on, give me a break. Glasses.
I think the battery's fixing to run out anyway. I think it's out now.
You get putting different colors in there just for some different.
No, I'm gonna tone that down, Deb.
Oh, okay, because I was like, okay. Use the fan brush.
You know, there's a song out that bothers me, and I haven't been able to gripe to the people that sing it.
Okay,
So I want to gripe to y'all.
what is it?
It's such a strange way to save the world. Have you heard it? It's Janet Paschal and Mark Lowry and Jason Crabb. They all have recorded it, and they say it's not that they wouldn't question what angels have to say, but it's such a strange way to save the world. But they would call God's way strange, but they wouldn't question angels.
That's weird.
Who are they to say that what God chooses to do?
Are they come from Austin?
Well, actually, though, I think that God even proclaims that His ways are not our ways, and that
Well, I know that.
that He's His perspective on things is something we wouldn't
So?
really comprehend. Well, it may not be quite so.
Oh, Ricky, I knew.
I can almost discern the spirit when they're trying to say the other way. There's right now, that's what, it says it's going to happen like that in the end times. People will talk us away from God. And I don't know, I read some stuff today. It was pretty deep. Rick Joyner has a vision that God gave him. It was kind of that he seen this fog come over the earth, and that there's a trail, just a small trail, a little bitty trail, and there was people who would walk and fall over the cliff, and there was people who would get down on their knees and find the trail and stay on the trail, and then they would climb down the side of the cliff, And once they got down, then there was all these ships. There was warships, there was a luxurious cruise liner ship, and there was the hospital ships. This is a vision that God gave him. And there's all this fog, so it's hard to know. And then there was these slave ships. I was reading that, going, okay. And that the ones that crawled made it down, they weren't put on the slave ships because they would crawl down that path, and because you couldn't see, the fog was so thick. But they stayed on their knees and they crawled to the hospital ships. They didn't go to the cruise liners, they didn't go to the warships, because anybody who fell off of it, who just kept walking in the dark, fell off and over, and the slave ships would get you. And then the slave ships would come up to the hospital ships and take the sick people off and put them on the hospital ships. It was just, and so he asked God he's asking God he wrote today, he said, I've been asking God, what is this vision? And it's about the ones who stay on their knees, because it's going to get really dark with a fog of mystification over our earth. Remember how it says that we'll be saying what is evil is good and what is good is evil. And that you have to stay on your knees to see this path of God. And that you'll be the hospital ships, and once the hospital ships sail out of this harbor, they start hitting this open water, and it's just bright, this blue that you can see. And as they get there, then it's like God is saying, those are the ones who've made it through. Following, in other words, that was what his vision is that to make it through, we're all going to have to be on our knees. And I went, well, that's true.
This,
I had a friend go to Austin. Go ahead, Ricky, I'm sorry.
that's all right, go ahead.
He said he came back, and bless his heart, he's a sweet boy. He's going in politics. And he said, Mama, he's a Christian, been raised in a Christian home. He said, Mama, I went to Austin. And he said, what is wrong with these people? There's not even a religious spirit there. There's not a spiritual church there. He said, all that's there is just, whatever. Take, we don't have any beliefs one way or another. We just flow with whatever's coming out of us. He told his mom, he said, I can't be here. I can't do this. And he said, but I've been called to be planted in the middle of the Senate as a praying senator. And he knows that. So he's got to go in the middle of the enemy's camp and keep praying. He said Austin was,